search of the 3 missing Montgomery College students continues in Frederick County.
And I got to play with your wand. It was great.
Definitely fun.
Keep going.
All right, welcome to a new episode of Footage Foreplay, and we are joined today by the great Alex Phillips.
Fuck
welcome,
yeah.
Alex.
Hello.
You're awesome. I'm very new to your work, but after watching anything that moves,
Oh
God, it has a little bit of everything I like. You can ask Russell. But I was shocked. I was like, what am I watching? It was great. It had like slasher vibes, lots of sex.
Yep.
Oh, it was great. We're going to get into that. Where did this come from? Tell me about you and what you got started in, filmmaking, horror, and making movies.
That's a big question, so I'll try to make it make sense.
Yeah, I love it.
I like the idea came from like sort of. So I was a bike delivery dude, and
The worst. Food?
And
so this movie is based on your own experiences? So
A little bit.
fucking?
Yeah,
Delivering dick too, or
just
No, he's
It was-
only delivering cold food because he's on a bike. I hate that shit. That's like a nightmare. You're like, oh, a bike, fuck.
Oh, so this is based on a true story.
It's entirely autobiographical. The whole movie.
Autobiography means real? I don't know.
Yeah, it's real.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay. I love it. Okay, I'll let you finish. Sorry.
No. Okay, so basically my whole approach to like writing and making art is like that like heightened reality actually expresses like the emotional truth of a situation or like a lived experience. So like when I say it's autobiographical, I'm like joking, but I'm also not. Like I'm trying to pull from my personal experiences to express something or express what like a relationship felt like or a situation felt like. And then I like really love the horror genre because you can like use a bunch of like beautiful imagery, cool ass lighting, like really expressionistic, surrealist stuff. And you can make it make sense to audiences because they're like, oh, that's that split diopter shot. Like I've seen that. There's like a knife in the thing, and it's green, but that's like cool because it's a horror movie. You can like play with lighting and play with like visual effects and stuff, and like people will eat it up because it's in the genre of horror. So that's kind of where shit comes from a little bit.
You do a good job with that, I think, too, of like, I don't know, implying something thematically, even though you're not watching that exact thing happen. Like you're watching something that maybe is more genre, but the way you've structured it and the way you shoot it and present it, I don't know, it delivers something bigger than what you're looking at. You're good at that kind of adding that in there.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Terrell. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, no, you're fine. No. I love the movie. Was crazy. Like I didn't think I was gonna be able to fit it in before this, but it was nuts. Like and like the way it was shot too. It wasn't like a traditional like like what was that? What was like that's the way you shot this? Like the way the picture looked. Rusty, you're better at this. Y'all probably get into it. It looked like the '80s or something. Like how'd you do that? Yeah.
Well, it was shot on film, so it's Super 16.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the company that I worked with, Vinegar Syndrome, they provided the film stock and the post-processing and stuff. So like I like pitched it to them and they like green-lit it. And I was like, oh, they were like, you have to shoot it on film. And I was like, great, this is good. And then the DP is this guy, Hunter Zimney, who is fucking amazing. And the gaffer, also Connor Sherman's, like they like helped, make the look pop but a lot of what you're referring to too is like the coverage. I think like it's not just like here's a close, here's a medium, here's the wide, like shot reverse stuff. Like we shot it with like a lot of blocking and like we had this doorway dolly, which is like what student people use, and we put a jib arm on it.
Oh,
and the camera on the jib arm. So the jib arm was on a dolly on track, and then we just like. I blocked the actors so we would like start like one of the shots I'm thinking of is like we start close on Liam in bed and then he's like waking up and we start dolling and moving with him into a wide. And there was a lot of coverage like that where we would do both sides of the room like that. And then in post I would like either keep it as or chop it up depending on like how the pacing of the entire story needed to be. So it's like shot, like you said, like it's like the 80s or the 70s.
Yeah.
It's, it's like a way of filmmaking that is like not as like cookie cutter, and instead it's like we're like going to play in the room, and then it gives the actors like a lot of space to like really actually like perform and like live in the scene.
Oh, they were performing. Are these friends of yours?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you had the main dude.
Stars.
They opened up with just the fucking the girl, and everything just popped, like the nipples, like the girl, the mayonnaise girl. Who is she? You put her all in the promo, like the main picture on Instagram.
Yeah,
her. Miss Mayonnaise. Yes,
Miss Mayonnaise is Ginger Lynn Allen. She's a famous porn star from the 80s. She dated.
I was going to ask you if these were porn stars. Them tits was just out. She was just Miss Wrinkled. She was getting that dick. She wanted him to stay and eat that sandwich. Oh, that was the nastiest sandwich I've ever seen.
She's prolific. She's prolific. Yes. She's been around.
Yeah, that was my favorite character. That's why I had to bring up Miss Mayonnaise. I liked her. Yeah. So tell her I said hi.
She's amazing, and she's so nice and great. She's like, she rules. She's from Rockford, Illinois, which is kind of like she's like.
Yo,
damn!
Shout out to the homie David Dawson from Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, fuck that.
That's tight.
Okay. Yeah, the characters were great. What were we gonna say? Sorry.
Oh no! Yeah, her, and then also Nina Hartley is also. She had a lot of like adult film stuff. She's a porn star, for lack of that's the right
and she
term.
played what character?
She was the one in the van.
Yeah. She was exactly.
Okay. Yeah, because it opens up with him eating a girl out. He's just riding face. I was like, oh, I'm going to like this movie. She was just riding face. I'm sorry, that's spoiler. That's the way it opened. That's what y'all in for.
It's the first 30 seconds,
Yeah, right when it hits. I was like, okay, let's hit play on this movie. It was a long Black Friday. And, and I was just like, okay, she riding face. This is what we're in for. And then, I don't know, this movie took me on a journey. Like, then you get Miss Mayonnaise, then you get a death. After, I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil your movie, but the movie was great. So many crazy moments, like the guy who told her, "Oh, you got to tell me to stop," right? And I'm like, "Tell you to stop? Like, okay, you already doing it, and don't you might as well finish?" But that's how he finished. This is crazy. So you live this?
I didn't. Not really.
Nice. I'm sorry. That movie's great. So the characters are these people that you knew of, or is this people that you just scouted, or what?
Well, the actors? The actors are, some of them are people I've worked with. A lot of them are people in the Chicago, like we have a pretty tight-knit community of like film people and theater people. So like Hal, who plays Liam, I worked with him on a short film called Who's a Good Boy? Like that was taken down from Vimeo, by the way.
Why?
Why?
There's a lot of nudity. I've been on this.
You like that?
Yeah.
Nice. Me too. Clock it.
It's on the All Jacked Up and Full of Worms Blu-ray though, on the TerrorVision Blu-ray.
So okay, I'm sorry, I had to jump in here. All Jacked Up, you got that put out with Vinegar Syndrome, right? And it had that beautiful.
No, it was on TerrorVision.
Oh, it was on TerrorVision.
Yeah.
Oh, was that available to buy on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get that. We need this one on Blu-ray too. Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, I was asking if this one's going to be in the works for that.
Oh, yeah,
well.
it's totally going to be. It's going to be on Vinegar. Vinegar Syndrome is going to put it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're kind of working on it right now.
It's going to come out. It better be. I can't imagine anything else coming out of a collaboration with Vinegar Syndrome than a great release.
Oh yeah.
And again, Terrell, who you're talking to, he's the Blu-ray connoisseur here.
Yes,
I'm trying to get back into it, but. We'll have conversations about missing out on the slip cover, and they're like the most brutal. Like you have to get it right away. But I have to say, I want to take some credit here because Terrell, a lot of the time whenever we do collaboration, again, we're covering this movie to promote Another Hole in the Head. Which, you know what? I should have pulled up the date that your film is playing.
Yeah, I was getting there, but yeah.
But
I was too caught up on those characters.
Terrell tends to get a little cynical whenever we have like collaborative work because he's like, "Oh, great! What movies do I have to watch?" And there's a lot of sci-fi here, and there's a really easy path we could have went down and just told him a little bit about this movie. But I'm so glad
you didn't tell me anything.
I know.
Did. I had no idea what this was. You just said, "Here you go. We're talking to this guy."
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like anything anything you could say about this though before you watch it is only going to do what it actually is, a disservice. Like, you're going to give somebody a preconceived notion and they're going to go into it wanting something, whereas I think it's best to experience this movie
blind.
without that, because it's so different. And so like you kind of combine a bunch of shit that like shouldn't work on paper in the same movie, but it does. Like there's so much like kind of like sleazecore John Waters type of like comedy and interactions happening with the characters, where it's like dirty people, dirty places, and dirty deeds.
There were dirty people.
But you're kind of you're focusing on sort of the more beautiful aspects of all of these, interactions and these people, and it almost has this like dreamy quality where like with the killer you sort of almost don't even see the kills, you see the lead up in the aftermath. So it reminded me of the old Giallo movies like What Have You Done to Solange, where like you feel like you saw the kill even though you didn't,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
see so much else around
Yeah,
it.
totally. Yeah, Giallo was like just that way of like storytelling was an influence too, where it's like dream logic sort of carries you through the story. Where we're like flashing back to a murder that happened while it's happening. It's like this like sort of.
I love that.
Yeah,
that was so cool, so clever how you went back and forth. Two scenes that I can't really say the scene because I want to ruin it, but the other scene too in the bathtub.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that was like, I was like trying to follow, and I was like, wait, is this what you're doing? Okay, yeah. So that I get it.
Cool.
Yes, I don't know. I just want to know where this came from. What are your like other influences? I see Giallo, like what else? Like cult like stuff.
In working with Vinegar Syndrome, I started like getting into some of their like seedier stuff. Like there's this movie, what's it called? Oh, Corruption, which is like actually like a hardcore film, and it's like a horror porn, and it just like really kind of changed. I don't know. Like you think about how people are always talking about like you can't put sex in a movie unless it advances the plot, and like this movie is a porno where all the sex advances the plot. It's just like insane, and it's like not even really for. I mean, someone must get erotic enjoyment out of it, but it's not really about that. It's like this horrible sinking feeling, and like kind of, I don't know, takes you on this crazy journey.
And it's called Corruption.
Yeah,
exactly. You pulled it up. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, and at the New Beverly, anything that moves screened in the New Beverly like a couple weeks ago, and they asked me what to play with it, and I was like, let's do Corruption.
How was that turnout? Like, what were their reception? How was it?
Oh, it was awesome.
It
was so sick. It was like sold out, and everybody was like wanted to talk. It was pretty cool.
Oh, I love it.
I saw Joe Lynch went too. I saw his review on Letterboxd. That's cool.
The Q&A. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Did?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But then on the flip side, I like sort of headier art housey stuff like do you know this movie like Tiarama? It's like a Pasolini movie.
Russ will probably do.
It's pretty sweet. It's like about this dude who like on a summer break or something like shows up to this like his roommate's country estate, and then the entire family like falls in love with him, and he like hooks up with all of them, and they all like have these like crazy reactions to like them like hooking up with him.
He hooks up the whole family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. When did this come out?
This is a while ago.
I love the colors on that trailer. You capture that well, I think, within it. Maybe you can kind of shed some light on that, how you like colored this film and how you like did the lighting and stuff, because you capture that sort of 70s look in a way that, and that's kind of what I was getting at too a minute ago with the John Waters thing, is I feel like you successfully did a lot of things in this movie that we see a lot of filmmakers try to do and not really pull off like you do. So how'd you kind of get that look nailed down and that vibe nailed down?
I'd say like one of the major things we did was we shot with hot lights when we shot on 16. So it's like not LEDs. We use like original, like we used like the Mole Richardson, kits, and like these babies and stuff, like stuff that like for the cum light, like it's just like has a different color to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think it's just like by strictly adhering to it, it really like painted this look. And I think that combined with like being really freewheeling with the camera, like I was describing before, and then also having like these performers who are like just down to clown, you know, like we all trust each other. So, and like are all like communicative in the room. So it's like, I don't know, like for instance, like there's that like dead guy orgy is what I call it, where they're like up in the void. Like that was like, you know, like you can't, that was all basically a bunch of wanners with them like crawling all over each other. Like, you know, like they had to be extremely like comfortable and like completely down for it. So I don't know, like Hal, Jade, and Gianna totally like brought the right attitude and like total collaborative nature that to make it fit in that sort of John Waters thing too, you know, where it's just like people are having fun, but also like really trying to achieve something big.
Yeah, they were having fun. I love the come right. That was great. That's a great touch. Yes.
Yeah, that when people would orgasm, they would get hit with a very warm light in the face. And I think that's a perfect way to paint your kind of lowbrow, highbrow aesthetic with all your film. And I mean, that's where you swerved into our territory. I think we all love genre film and we love thoughtful genre film, but it doesn't necessarily need to be branded like A24 or like, you know, elevated genre. That's like too much. And I think I personally, I love to play in the dirt with like street trash and stuff. So I feel like that kind of sleaze is coming back. And it's a weird time for it too, because you made a film. And so we've been doing like some screenings in the East Bay out here. We're in the Bay Area, so out in Oakland. And I kept hearing about your film from one of the programmers over at Another Hole in the Head. And he kept talking about how it was practically a porn shot on 16 millimeter. And I'm like, having seen the movie, I don't think that's correct. But there's something to be said about how porn or like nudity on screen carries so much weight now. And I'm curious, like when you make a film like this that not only has male nudity, which used to mean, and I think it's important that we agree on this. Back in the day, if you saw male nudity, that was kind of like a green light that anything could happen in this fucking movie now.
Yeah.
It's not anymore. A lot of the times you'll see male nudity and like no female nudity. And it's just, it feels like we're making up for like the sins of the past or something. So when you have like kind of an equal load of both, it's like, I wonder when you're pitching this movie to people. I know, I could have chose a better word there, but
you did it on purpose. I thought it was intentional.
Here's the thing.
It was intentional, period.
when you're pitching people on this, I can't imagine in like 2024 people reacting with anything but like why nudity. And you know, as like a Hitchcock fan, I always think of Truffaut talking to Hitchcock about how he should have had nudity in the beginning of Psycho when they're in that hotel room. And Hitchcock was like, yeah, I agree, but we couldn't do it. And just Truffaut kind of stating it needed to be titillating for the audience to feel like a voyeur in that moment. That always stuck with me. Like there is a justification for nudity. Now, when you come off of All Jacked Up and Full of Worms and you're going to make anything that moves, I imagine people would approach you like kind of guarded or like what's that like? Did you have an intimacy coordinator like immediately?
No, I mean, absolutely not. Like, and not because like I'm like fuck them, but it's more fuck like them, dude. No, it's more like I kind of put it to the actors and you know to know if they needed it, if they wanted this other person in the room, and it always came down to them not really wanting to do that. And also my career kind of like you said, having made All Jacked Up and Full of Worms, before that I made this short, Who's a Good Boy, you know, like these movies are like all have the same sort of, they're all in the same wheelhouse, obviously.
Yeah.
And like you're right. Some people are completely turned off, but they aren't the ones that hang out with me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They immediately are gone. They're not around. So like the people who do like want to get in the dirt, like you're saying, and they stick around and they want to like collaborate and do some cool stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how it worked.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, so when you have that much, and I'm guessing a lot of it's in the script, do people make you justify nudity?
I kind of approach casting with like, if you have hesitations, then I feel like I don't want to be responsible for convincing someone to do nudity, you know, or like a sex scene, because then it's like, then we're in tricky territory. So yeah, I just kind of like showed them the script, and it's like, you know, this is about a sex worker who, you know, basically makes people see God when they come, you know, like, you know, there's murder.
That's some good dick.
Especially for only $400, dude. What a fucking
so
deal.
Cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just kind of like, there it is. It's in the story. And like, if this is not the story that you want to be a part of, then
well, Alex,
fine.
Pardon me again. You are exactly. I was telling him before we started recording that he makes the types of movies that it's like Steven Kostanski or something. If you listen to the show, it's just like, this dude's gonna be a homie. Like, there's no way you make this very particular type of shit with this much thought, and you're not like a cool dude. So
yeah,
I say that just leaning in because I want to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah, go for it.
And I think it would be worth it to just kind of fight you on this, even though I have my own reasons why I think it's important. But like, if somebody came up and they're like, is there a version of this movie where you don't need nudity?
I definitely don't. I can't imagine it existing.
So what does the nudity do for the film?
I mean, it's like hard to like pull it out of the scenes and talk about it like objectively. But I would say that it is like, you know, like I think of it as like part of the form and the content and the story, you know? So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to add this, sprinkle a little naked in there, you know? It's like, this is part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but I guess, you know, back to even the like sort of conceptual shit I was saying before, where it's like, this like ecstatic truth to storytelling. Like when you feel a scene, when you feel the characters, like that is kind of, I think, where this kind of nudity is important, where you're like, it's a visual medium, you know, we're pulling you into these characters, you're pulling them into this scene. So yeah, like you said, titillating at the beginning of what was it, Psycho you're talking about?
Yeah.
You know, like, I think titillation is one of the, I don't know, it's a high watermark for watching a movie. Like, I'm sort of believe in like, you know, ecstatic truth, ecstatic storytelling, like going big with it and bringing people in. Even though we have like a tiny budget, you know, like we're doing these crazy big setups with a rickety jib arm on a doorway dolly, you know, like we don't have a Chapman dolly. We don't even really have we don't have a Union dolly grip who's shot a bunch of crazy, we don't have the infrastructure to make one battle after another, but we're like going to shoot for the moon anyway, you know?
It's funny because it feels like you put your energy into the battles you needed to. And I'm glad that was your answer, because I think that's what I was hoping it would be, where it's like there's an authenticity that you need to make this movie believable. Because it's funny, All Jacked Up and Full of Worms is the type of indie, like micro budget horror that's so well executed and so unpredictable that you never, you kind of feel like anything could happen. Where when I was watching this movie, I actually was kind of shocked, where I'm like, fuck, is this like I kept thinking this is a more adult movie and not like industry, but a more like serious film, which is absurd to say about anything that moves, except you had strict parameters and you were very careful to play in them like authentically. And I think if you didn't have nudity, it would have been it would have been like the loudest visual noise of the movie. Like,
totally.
Like, why isn't anybody naked?
So it's all jacked up and full of worms. Is that like just straight horror? Because I kind of want to watch that now after watching this one. I just bought the Blu-ray. Period. I sure did.
Dude, get me a copy.
I bought me one with a slip. Period. Because I'm about to watch it. Period. Are you coming to Another Hole in the Head? I'm gonna have you sign it.
Oh no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, dude, okay. You fucked up. Also, Another Hole in the Head. It's December 12th. It's Friday at 8:45. So yeah, come hang out.
Sorry to cut you off, Russ. I was just wondering, but I'll watch it. It's on the way.
No, so
tell me what you think.
Okay. Yep, I will do.
Yeah. If I had to pitch you All Jacked Up and Full of Worms, I would say it's a combination of two things you hate that you'll love. Oh? Where it's kind of like, it's like artsy poverty porn, where it's like kids hanging out, drinking in their garage, getting fucked up because they're not doing anything else. And it's cosmic horror. But the two combined, and I think you trust Alex enough now that I think you'll be
I like this
movie
one.
Rules. Yeah, it's so good.
I had to get
Caitlin Shield too. And also, since we're on the nudity, topic, I just want to say shout out to all the bush in this movie.
Oh my God.
Respect and appreciate.
Oh yeah, you're the bush man.
I love some bush, and there's not enough bush in the world these days. So I was glad to see that. It also, I think, kind of made it feel more vintage too, in a weird way.
Duh, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? And I want to say, not since It Follows have I had so much fun with the mixed period piece. Because, like hacky horror writer article, I just could imagine in my head where it's like, oh, Alex leans into cell phones and doesn't hide them. And it, like, informed the story in kind of a fun way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the
Snacks app and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that like conscious? Did you want to do that like immediately, or was it just because of the job? Like you had to be like, well, there needs to be an app.
Oh, no, it wasn't like there was no like heightened like. I mean, I guess in retrospect, like I really do now that people are shooting on film more and more. Like I really kind of like seeing crazy or not crazy, but like digital shit. But it's on 16.
Yeah,
it looks really good. It's cool. One of my friends shot a short and they're playing like it's like a Souls game, like Souls-like game on a TV, and it's like really funny because it's all grainy, and then you see like a video game like really 3D rendered. So I don't know. It's fun to have the most conscious thing was putting the phone in the frame as opposed to doing it in post. And like making it like a real thing that people are interacting with. Just because, I don't know, I think it looks better and it just is a part of the scene. It's the same thing as like doing practical effects instead of like post effects. It's just like it just makes the world more lived in.
I personally, I do think I appreciate that. I think it looks better on film, but. As Evan's friend, I do have to say that you're ripping jobs right out of his hands. I think he's been hired a couple times to do phone.
Well, I did, but the ones that I did, actually, they put them on a screen in the scene and shot it. So it was the same thing that Alex did, and it looks better that way. Like, I agree.
Got it.
Yeah. So the fake stuff that I made, they actually did put it on a screen and use it in the scene. So,
got it.
Yeah, no, I do like that approach. Because it's tough, especially with screens, to make it to not have it feel, even the most well done like screen overlays like that on a phone in somebody's hand, have some level of floatiness to them. Like it's really hard to make it feel like it's on the screen. So it definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, or
having it in there.
You do one of those things where people will get a text and then you get like a HUD pop up and it's like, where are you? Answer. And the problem there is it would be like having no nudity in your movie. You are immediately aware of like the art that you're looking at. Yeah. And you're like, I don't like that choice. Like immediately I'm out of the story. So
you think about the screen now.
Yeah, with the screen it just feels like part of the world. But yeah, when you get like that cropped, heightened, because the other problem is if you've ever tried to, like, again, Alex, I don't know if you're aware, but we do a film fest called the Unnamed Footage Festival, and it's all found footage horror. So like video assets and like digital grain are just normally what we deal with. So you kind of did everything that we never see, where you actually shot on film.
Yeah.
It was very refreshing. And I do think like that noise does it communicates something. And I think that's probably why I thought this was your serious adult film, was that everything was working towards this period that you were selling us. And you fucking nailed it, dude.
Oh yeah.
Well, it does. It marries kind of too, because to your point, Alex, of like you think it looks cool shooting the new like technology on the film. It's also, I heard Peter Vack say one time like how a lot of indie filmmakers like want to set a movie not right now.
Yeah,
and like I don't know. He was like, it's kind of important that we have stories told in the now, you know. And I think you kind of married those two things with that philosophy that you took with this, where it's like, not only is it set in the now and about the now, it does still have that filmic look, but you're still seeing phones and stuff. It's a cool mixture, you know, of those things. So I don't know I wasn't really going to a question with that, more of a statement, but
no.
Yeah.
But also like shooting on film was the texture that Russell was talking about with like the grain, like, and there's like, we were kind of cowboys about it, where like there's you see hair in the gate, like that's like a thing that, you know, back in the day you had to be like really religious about like getting everything out of the gate, and like and like cleaning the camera all the time in between takes and stuff, or setups. But I don't know, we were kind of running around, and so there's like a lot of texture and a lot of and then even so later we had this horrible thing happen. We shot that beach scene, that night beach scene.
Yeah, with the flare.
Yeah. So we shot that. We were really like meticulous about the lighting. We were like, okay, what if we put a flare on him, you know, so that he'll be exposed. And then we found the location with the like water refinery in the background. So there's like, you know, there's like, who had like crazy security lights. So the scene's lit like almost naturally at night. Shooting on 16 at night is like a kind of a headache. You have to be really specific about it. But anyways, we did it all night. We shot that in one day, and then we shot it straight through into the dawn, where then he kills or something happens.
I almost said that earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was happy there. I was like, I was clapping. I did not. Never mind. Yeah.
But we sent it to the lab, and then the lab scratched the entire, like all of the reels, like something about the like way that they were scanning it to digital. I think it got like scratched in the scanner. So that's why there's these crazy like blue lines coming in down like during like one of the most chaotic scenes.
Okay.
And it's like, I mean, we thought we weren't in a position to reshoot, but also I kind of knew that it was like such a heightened moment that it was going to look cool as hell.
I thought it was intentional.
Yeah, honestly. Me too.
Yeah. Well, so it was just like putting it in the edit.
I mean,
so that texture comes out, you know, it makes
for sure. But even that kind of rings true, because when I think of like Jess Franco, right, or like Russ Myers, I think of like people who are kind of interesting artists who use nudity to guarantee they'll sell their movie, right? Like that's the whole thing with like Vampire Lesbos, is that it's like, if this doesn't work as a horror movie, it's a porn too. So we'll have a market no matter what. Except, you know, I guess where your film fails at being truly authentic is it's constantly entertaining. There's never, and
it is.
This is the thing I think about a lot, where it's like I've been on a couple of film shoots, and now that I have, you realize like one of the biggest hurdles to get over is just like setups, right? So when you're watching a movie, you kind of want characters to go all over or like explore the world, but really it's hard to do. Yet your films are kind of like these urban fantasies where you're all over the place. So did you have like, clearly you had to have a real like gaffer on board because you're lighting for film, but like how flexible was your crew? Like how many people did you have?
We had like under 20, I'd say. I was closer. Some days it was like 10 to 12 maybe, and then some days it was like 18, depending on like how big. Like that night shoot, we needed people to like set up like bigger lights and like run a generator, you know.
Yeah.
So we had like more grips, but like 2 more grips, you know. It wasn't like we had crazy crew ever, you know.
Yeah.
And because we had such a relatively small footprint, we were able to then, you know, do the urban fantasy thing, like move locations all the time. Yeah.
It's so, as like, I mean, me, Terrell, Evan, we're kind of like jaded at this point. Once you've seen thousands of movies, you can't help but be kind of bored by things that are just technically good, right? So it's funny when a movie like yours that technically probably shouldn't be good just by subject matter, right? It's like, dude, you're flexing in areas that like genre film hasn't caught up to yet. Like, I feel like we're starting to break out of the 2015 through 2020s. Like, it went from like no money into COVID, but everybody seemed to double down on that like Polanski apartment trilogy, one location, minimal actors. And now we're starting to break out of that. And I'm addicted to it, dude. Like, it feels like we could be anywhere in your movie. It feels like you had over 20 locations that you were doing effects with too. So like, were these like written in? Did you write based on like, did you have like a little town that you're like, we could go anywhere here? So
yeah, it was Chicago is the little town. I guess.
Yeah. So you really shot in Chicago.
Oh yeah. No, there's no like studio. I mean, I guess, okay, there is a studio. We got access to CineSpace, which is where they shoot like, we just got a crazy good deal. And they were just like, oh yeah, you little guys can come on in CineSpace in Chicago, where they shoot like Dick Wolf shows and stuff like that.
What'd you shoot there?
The car stuff.
Oh,
so good. That's all poor man's process, like all that car stuff.
It looked beautiful though.
Right?
Yeah.
I now I'm at the studio. I'm like, oh, I want to do that all the time if I can.
Dude, it looked very convincing.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Terrell.
How long did you shoot this movie?
It was a lot. It was like 20 days, 22, something like that.
Okay.
Which is a lot for an indie, I'd say.
Yeah. Consecutive, or were they broken up?
Consecutive.
Okay. Damn. Wow. That is, yeah.
It's a lot, but dude, it doesn't seem like when you watch the movie, it feels like, oh, this took longer than that.
Yeah, I know. It seems like not enough.
So much. And that, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, so hats off to you for getting all of this in 20 days, for sure.
There was a lot of places you went. Like, you went to like a club. You were at like you talked about the water place. You were at different houses. It seems like there were different houses. I don't know. Yeah. The work job. I don't know. You were all over the place.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's. Sorry.
So it's funny. I used to hear a lot of people talk about like, you know, Michael Bay being the death of cinema because digital isn't like film. And right, like film, like when every take costs money, it kind of demands a level of professionalism that you don't get with digital. Did you feel that? Like, especially when you're all over the place, are you like lugging around? Like, I've never shot with film, so in my head I imagine like canisters, but like, do you like how do you do that? Do you have like a certain amount of film and you're like, we got 2 hours we can shoot today, so
well, so let me think. We had Trina and Max, who were the like camera support.
Shout out.
Trina was the AC, and also Trina shot some of the pickups. We had like 2 days like of some like inserts and stuff like that, and Trina totally like matched the look and killed it. And then Max was our loader, who did exactly what you described, which is lugging the film around. But at some point, everybody lugs film around. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, he was responsible for like loading the magazines and stuff like that. And then, sorry, what was the rest of your question? What was it?
Well, just, you know, your locations in such a tight shoot. I'm wondering if shooting on film versus digital actually helped you speed up, like keep a better workflow.
Yeah, I mean, everything counts when you're shooting on film. You know, it's like when you shoot digital, it kind of feels like you just kind of press a button and you can like do it a million times. I mean, you know, like, and especially because we had these moves, we had to like rehearse and like know what the hell we're doing. So I don't know. Everything was pretty specific while also feeling freewheeling at the same time, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're going to run around like crazy in this exact way. The camera is going to like float through the room, and you're going to move through the room, maybe with it or against it, and we're going to do that 5 times. You know?
Yeah.
And that kind of like dictated how everything worked. And also, like, you know, like location scouting, like we knew where we were going to go ahead of time.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know, and like also rehearsals before we started shooting. That was like that bathtub scene. Like we shot that the first week of. That was the first day, actually. Sorry, the first day. Of
you'll jump right into it.
Yeah, that was kind of it.
Literally.
But I had them rehearse like in their own bathtub. Like I shot it on my phone, and like where it was like
they seem comfortable.
Yeah.
They were great.
We're gonna like do it so that when the lights are up and everyone's in the room, like you guys know, like you can handle this heightened dialogue and like crazy, like and the blocking of them like moving through the tub and stuff. Like you're gonna be able to jump into it, like you said, and like and we're gonna be able to get our day and not worry about it, you know. And I think that kind of like set us into motion to just like keep going.
It sounds like it was like a super smooth shoot. Was there any like hiccups along the way? Were there like any cool like behind the scenes stuff that may or may not have happened? Some cool stories you could share?
Yeah, it's hard to remember everything. Oh, one was like we got finished with. I think we finished the Pissman Day early.
Oh God, he was just that scene.
What a healthy flow! That guy pissed so much.
I know that was a lot.
He drank so much water and Red Bull.
Okay, I guess that'll do it.
We got 2 takes out of him.
Okay, so that was like real pee he was in. That can't be.
Yeah, that was real pee.
No, it wasn't.
What?
It was real pee.
You lying to me. You lying.
No,
you
it's for real.
Fib.
No. Go back and watch. So there's a tilt where you see a man peeing onto a. You'll see the whole thing. But anyways, we finished that day early. I think it was that day. It's been a while. And we drove around because it was Pride, I think. So we went to Wrigleyville, and that was where we ran into like these people twerking in front of a cop car.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and it was exactly what was in the movie, and I was just like, "Oh, pull over! We're getting this." Like we all got out, and we all like it was just. I think it was me and Hunter and Connor, and we got out. I think Connor had like just like a light, maybe. And then we were just shooting them, and they were so like. Not only were they twerking in front of the cop cars, we were trying to get them out of the middle of the street. Then they came up to me and they were like, "Keep following your dream, like you're going to be great." It was really
love
fun.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they called me Jeffrey Dahmer. That was the other fun thing.
Oh, nice, dude.
You Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my God! Oh, I love the stories. This is how you all tell a story for future guests. But yeah, you look like Jeffrey Dahmer. You sure do. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm sorry. We can get off that. All right, Dahmer.
I mean, didn't Jeffrey Dahmer lure his victims in by being handsome? So
he did. He looked just like this.
I think that's a compliment.
Yeah, Evan. This is how he got to murder them all. Look at how Terrell's reacting. That's why it was so easy. Okay,
I'm dead. Back to you, Rez.
Hold on. Now we have to go back to the. Now I started questioning myself about the pee take that we're talking about.
You do that a lot.
Is this the one every day, all day? Is this the one where a kind of function of the human body that usually is left out of storytelling becomes this moment where the camera pans to our character, showing that he is perpetually glass half full and kind of like basking?
I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me neither, Russ. You just dancing around.
I do. He's saying
he was dancing.
Is it that moment, Evan? where he's kind of like being showered.
And he's almost like dancing in a moment where almost nobody would be dancing. You know, he's happy despite the situation.
That was real. My God, the volume of urine.
Are you late? Is there a delay?
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. He was because he looked too happy to get peed on. I'm not into golden showers, so maybe that's the reason.
So until you try it.
You know what? Maybe I'll try it. I don't know. But I don't know.
What you doing later, Jeffrey Dahmer? You want
to? He looked too happy. Too happy. So I don't know. It was great. It was a great scene. Thanks for the story.
Yeah. Well, also that's part of the character too, where he's like, hey, not only you can have whatever kink or like whatever your hang up can be, and he'll be like accept you. You know.
Yeah.
No, he was accepting a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, what a beautiful. Like whenever you're thinking about characters, we have a character that we do for virtual that's a little animated floppy disk. And I would always try to compare him to other, like SpongeBob or something, like a certain lane of altruism. Well, when our lead in this movie is confronted by a dude driving a truck who said, "You'll fuck my daughters, but you won't kiss me." Like, I don't.
Oh.
I mean, we're weathered genre fans, right? Like
Is this spoilers for us?
No, but it's just like being confronted with that. That is like a situation that feels like dirty and gross and kind of like
it was
reframes
gross.
Everything.
It was supposed to. Ooh.
I know. And then the way that he reacted to it was like an aha character moment. Like, oh, I know what we're dealing with now. And it was like somehow that moment felt kind of beautiful too, just like being showered in urine.
Yeah. It's like I say this thing where it's like he turns the physical act of love into like something that can heal you or like make you feel totally understood and whole, which is not real. You know, like,
yeah,
you know, that's not what sex is like for most people.
No.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, that's kind of what makes him magical and like this special character.
And that magic box. I want one of those.
A magic here.
Without the old person. But yeah, the box.
So there's a moment that your film made me think of, and Nymphomaniac. Now there's a character who performs oral on somebody after she gets them to admit being a pedophile. Right? Do we all remember this moment?
On the train, the subway? I remember.
It wasn't on the he wasn't on the train. He was actually kind of in a like potentially very bad situation.
No, that was the dare. That was the dare that the girl dared her to do. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that was at the beginning. This is later on.
Yeah.
I just remember it took me so long to like kind of think about that moment and be like, why would our protagonist like almost reward somebody vile like in this moment? And your movie made me think of that.
Oh.
Where it's kind of like almost like this like Christ-like embodiment of like forgiving people, but through like sex.
Yeah, totally.
Where did that come from? Where did this character come from?
I mean, I think it is. It's like a dream person. It's like, this is not a person that you will find ever, but it's like, and that's kind of, I don't know. It's like a little bit supernatural. Like I kind of look at the movie as a kind of a fable a little bit. Like he's a little bit of like a nymph running around in the woods. It's kind of like why it's bookended with this sort of magical forest.
It sure is. It opens up. Okay.
So that's kind of like, I think of him as, almost supernatural, but also like living in our world. And it's really just that based off of that dream that like sex could actually answer problems, solve problems.
Yeah, no, that's fucking, dude. You just blew my mind with the bookending it with the forest to make it feel like a fable thing. It really did. It has, the whole movie has like a fairy tale sort of quality to it, and like, even though, and I guess that's what I kind of meant earlier with the looking at the beauty in these situations. For example, there's one scene, I won't give too much context here, but where he helps a couple like get the fire going, in a way that I don't know, that's just
God, how could I forget? I have thoughts facts on that scene. Okay, was there like a baby and a oh no, that was crazy. That scene alone, I think that's where it took me. Like, okay, we're in for it. That scene, I forgot. How did I forget? Because last night I wanted to bring up the damn baby thing and the big girl, the big one. Was she a porn star too? You know, people are into the big ones.
Oh no, that's no.
Okay, all right. But yeah, that baby, that took me out. Russell, what would you do? You seen that with the little baby just in there crying?
Yeah, power to her. Like that scene was one of the most like. So, you asked for it, Terrell. That scene to me felt like if you've ever seen on like Reddit or something where people are like, oh, you know, in movies this is what the orgy looked like, but in real life, and it's like a bunch of regular people, kind of half dressed up in like Hot Topic. Yeah. Like
100%.
That moment to me felt like the most spiritual sex healing of all. Where it's like there's a new kid, it's like a couple. Clearly they've hooked up before, but something isn't working.
Something wasn't working, so she needed the other dude. So he was healing lives through his little dick. I couldn't believe it. This was a crazy movie. This was great. That movie is really good. People need to watch this movie, for real. Like, I don't know. And I can't believe you lived this. This can't be autobiographical.
Dude, he's Dahmer,
I'm still stuck on it from the beginning. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer. This is about him. He used to deliver. He was like, what is it? DoorDash for Dick. This was crazy. it was definitely an experience, listeners. Y'all need to go watch this movie. 1000%.
Yeah, that scene specifically though. It just like it is such a fucked up like situation, and I came out of it feeling like what I just watched. Like it was wholesome. It was like movie how it, you know, like, and I don't know. It's just the way you portrayed it all and the way this character interacts with people and sort of, he is just wholesome. Like he wants to help people and like he cares way more about other people than he does himself, you know?
And the money didn't hurt either. So
I put in the work. You gotta, you know, I do have I feel like since Darrell brought up the money, He's very like he just always charges the same amount. Was it because I feel like he gave some people more than he gave others, but he still charged them the same amount of money.
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's for his time, you know.
Okay. It's an hourly. I get it. Yeah. All right. It's not a service-based payment. It's a time-based payment.
He'd be like, it's time to go. Like he told Miss Mayonnaise, I'm not staying. I got to go. Like, right? So yeah, he had a time limit. So I don't know. It was good.
Okay. Fair. I wrote that down. I'm like, price discrepancy? Because he did a lot more for Miss Mayonnaise than he did for the girl in the woods at the beginning.
But I think she was
he just kind of laid there in the woods, but he did a lot for Miss Mayonnaise.
So, Alex, what are you into found footage? I want to know if you would ever do a found footage movie or short.
I usually not really. I'm like, I really am like into blocking.
Okay.
And then running around, but you can still do that with a fixed camera. So I don't know why I'm saying like you can't. I don't know. Yeah, I'm down for it, honestly.
Well, also,
because I want to see one of these type of movies like in that in-world camera vibe. And
for sure, very interesting.
And I think that'll be cool.
Well,
on an in-world.
So what Terrell said there, in-world camera is kind of the term we use because through the film fest, we're bridging basically the Blair Witch with Spinal Tap. So any kind of production where the creation of the movie is in the movie. Like, so it could be screen life, faux documentary. Actually, we just came up with a new subgenre that we are calling cinema in public. So, actually you got a little bit of that where it's like, you know, you're bringing your movie where, you know, you film stuff in public and maybe people aren't aware that you're in a movie or like what they're even doing.
Like the twerking in front of the car.
Exactly.
That's gold. Period.
I actually kind of have something that I've been shooting that I think fits as found footage. It's like GoPro stuff. Like the character has like a camera on his head.
Oh,
yeah. Dude. That's perfect.
Yeah.
See? You said
you got to submit that to our fest. Hit us up. Get a waiver. And
definitely.
Sure.
This is how we put hooks in people and get them out here. It's like, hey, make a found footage movie. And the pitch is always, there's an audience there and they don't cost a lot of money, typically.
Yeah, totally.
Where are you based? Are you in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago.
Okay, Chi-Town.
Well, if you want to come take a trip to the Bay Area.
Yeah, it'd be fun. And I'll get my Blu-ray signed. Yes. But what kind of movies are you into? What kind of horror movies you like? If you like, what just in your head.
I love horror movies. But let me think. Like my favorites, I'm really into like John Carpenter again right now.
Okay, again. So you dipped in and out of him.
Yeah, like I think John Carpenter was like one of my like ins into movies. Like, I mean, one of them. I've had a bunch of different ins, but like when I was in college, I was like, I think he was one of the people that made me feel like I could make movies. Like I saw Dark Star, and I was like, oh,
hell yeah, I love it.
So yeah, and then I just watched Escape from New York. I mean, these are not movies that influence anything that moves necessarily, but I just love them.
I'll just side talk.
Yeah. Or like Texas Chainsaw Massacre definitely did influence anything that moves. Like that was one of the like, it's just like that is such an achievement. If anyone's complaining about like no budget, like low budget stuff, and like not being able to do something heroic, it's just like that movie just fires on all levels. It's crazy.
Well, clearly you're a film guy. So like if you're going to throw a party and have people over to watch a movie, what's like the movie that you recommend people? Like the deep cut one that people don't know.
That's a good question. There you go.
Deep cut. How deep are we going?
I mean, it could just be foreign or international. Like,
deep.
Like you're with some dorks from LA and you're like, oh, you want to watch a real movie? Like,
shit, what is it called? I just showed a friend the movie, I think it's called Birth. That movie where the kid shows up as the dead husband.
Oh.
Do either of you know about that?
It sounds familiar.
2004?
It's not a horror movie. Another one I just showed somebody was Naked, the Mike Lee movie, which I talk about a lot, I think. I love that movie. That one's kind of a horror movie, but it's like, I don't know, by a British playwright, so it's kind of heightened.
Let me pull him up. This is here's
Birth
the thing.
Is Jonathan Glazer.
Birth is Nicole Kidman.
Up, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. And then another one.
I think I've seen this movie.
Naked or Birth?
Birth. It's from it's an older one. I haven't. What is Naked? Is this Naked here? Yeah,
well,
Birth. That's with the little boy.
Yeah.
And supposedly he was reborn. It was her husband, and she's like, no, that it can't be true.
Yeah,
Nicole
I mean, these are
she
like
had a short haircut. Yeah.
One that we watched for anything that moves, we watched Exotica. That movie, like that one, especially like inspired a lot of lighting stuff. Like you'll see, there's this scene where they go into like this pet shop and there's like these lights going across the back of the thing, and it's like what we were doing in the poor man's process. We use like a lot of like moving light heads, which is just like literally somebody standing by the light and like moving the light head to go around a circle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like adding a lot of motion into the scene, just in whatever way possible.
Exotica from '94.
Yeah. Adam McGowan.
You see that one, Russ?
Yeah, that one.
I haven't seen any of these.
No,
I haven't seen this either.
Yeah, I knew you'd be the guy to ask this kind of like hacky, what's a deep cut question? And I like that, 94 is not normally the era that we go to when we're like rediscovering.
The year I came out.
Yeah.
Oh, you were born in 94?
I was, dude.
I know you were younger than that. Okay. Nice. It just seems so, I don't know.
Well, it's funny because 94 still had like physical texture. Like we're so out of that world now with DSLRs and stuff that when we look back on what at the time felt kind of like boring, artless cinema. You're just kind of like, dude, this shit rules.
I was like 6 or 7, watching Power Rangers. I was having a good time.
Yeah, but there's always like a decade delay on like understanding the cool shit of what came before. And I think 90s we're kind of in a moment. Like what are we 30 years? No, we're like 20. I can't. Again, he asked before the show if I liked math. Here's my proof that I don't.
Who asked you if you like math? What kind of question is that?
I think it was a
Don,
snarky
was that
one.
you? Oh. Math? Okay. I don't like math.
That's why I took algebra 1 multiple times.
I used to like meth.
Oh,
all right. All right. We're shifting gears.
We made it this far before he snuck that in, but
I know. Oh my god! At least he wasn't bowling over there today. Well, I didn't notice. I wasn't paying attention. But anyways, Alex, what else you got coming up with you? Any more sneak peeks you could add for us, or anything that you have in the works? You did mention a GoPro thing. Could you talk about a little bit of that, or no?
Yeah, I've got. Well, first off, I definitely want to say this will come out on Blu-ray via Vinegar Syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah. So everybody should get that. And then also we're doing a theatrical run that we're going to like announce a little bit more in the coming weeks. But it'll be like in maybe like 20-ish theaters across the country.
Okay.
And so I'm going to try to come out to as many as I can to help get this movie out to the people who need to see it, you know?
Cool.
So that's like what's immediate. And then after that, I've got 3 things that I'm cooking up. One of them is like a surreal neo-Western.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And that one's called Sawed Off Heart. And then I got this like horror sci-fi thing that I'm like diving into right now, which is why I mentioned Dark Star and Escape from New York, because I was like starting to dig into some like more science fiction stuff. And then basically, because I'm like waiting, you know, like now I'm playing with like budgets and stuff. I started doing this DIY GoPro thing because I wanted to like keep making movies while I'm trying to make a movie. So this is like it's like a noir called I'm Gonna Kill You. And
I want to see that.
It's just me wearing a GoPro wandering into like actual crime scenes.
Shit.
And then shooting a scene with like an actor there, like a friend who came along, and like so just it's kind of like a natural. I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day, but
I love how you're almost like diminishing this thing when
he is.
This is exactly the type of shit that we program.
Yep,
like that poster behind me.
People are gonna love it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's that movie, Murder, Death, Koreatown.
You gotta watch that.
It's good luck. Homie tried to scrub it from the internet, but
he did.
We'll help you find it.
It's out there, and we'll help you. Yeah.
But yeah, that film is literally a dude living in Koreatown, is obsessed with an article of somebody being murdered by his home. So it's just a dude walking around with the camera in the street, like reading graffiti, going like, "Oh, what's that? This is a clue." Like,
that's great.
Yeah, and now it's like, you know, a lost movie that everybody fights us trying to get a hold of. So,
and you have it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can make some sort of like self-destructing link.
Dude, we did. For a live stream film fest, he sent us a VHS copy that he told us we had to destroy after showing.
Wow.
Yeah, so look at that.
Did you do a sleight of hand and like break something else?
Russell's like, fuck, that's a good idea, dude.
So we had a conversation where we're like, it's gotta at least, maybe we could break it to a point to where we could still play it. And then I think we just tried to do like a digital copy first, and that didn't really work. So I still have the fucked up VHS downstairs, but
yeah, that guy surprised me though, because remember, you seen how he pulled up on me? Like I didn't even know who he was. At the film fest, we showed this movie, and he was sitting behind me the whole time, and I had no idea. But he knew me because of Instagram. Remember that, Russ?
Alex,
that was crazy.
A little bit. So we had to have a conversation about like the ethics of showing this film, because even though it's all fictional, the article that the movie's based on is real. So it's kind of like a launch pad for the movie, but it's real, like a person died. And I think the director kind of had, you know, like, I don't know, maybe he didn't want his name out there, but he just was credited as anonymous. So when he showed up behind Terrell in the theater and nobody was privy to him being there, it was kind of like, who's that?
Yeah, he came to me. I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah.
Like, remember that? I was shocked.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't say anything bad. I mean, I liked it. I was all into that movie, so he saw all my reaction. So it was good.
Yeah, but if he didn't have a Blu-ray of the movie, we probably would have thought he was just a crazy dude off the street.
Yeah,
but he did bring him a Blu-ray.
He did. From Instagram, he knows I was into my Blu-ray, so he brought me a Blu-ray copy of it. It was so nice. He's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." He was so nice.
Yeah.
Period.
So, Alex, I think you already have what it takes to get Terrell alone to murder him. But if you ever really want to do that, bring a Blu-ray, and he'll be even more agreeable.
Oh, man. All right, Alex Dahmer. So, before you go, please, plug some websites, some social medias, or whatever you want, so people can go get updates for your movies and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Follow. Okay, the movie's Instagram is ATM_movie. And my Instagram, if you really want to follow me, is dogfuckpuke.
Fuck
love
yeah,
it.
dude.
So follow either of those. My Instagram is really just me spamming anything that happens for anything that moves right now.
Period.
So
as it should be.
That's why I couldn't find it. I tried to find you on Instagram earlier, and I searched for Alex Phillips, not dog fuck puke. So
that
makes sense.
Same. That's why I just followed the movie page. But anything that moves does hit another hole in the head. December 12th. Here, if you're in the Bay Area, so come watch it. Y'all gonna be in for a treat. The movie crazy. It's fun, and y'all gotta watch it. Anything else, y'all?
Smoke one for Ray, listeners. Smoke one for Ray.
No, Alex.
All
right, we've been looking forward to this for a while, and we got to have you back on. I mean, we just have to talk about All Jacked Up and Full of Worms at some point. It's a fantastic film. Terrell, did you buy the last copy online?
No.
Okay, good. Because I need to get one too.
I sure did. Why were y'all talking? I said I'm gonna get it, and I ordered it.
Good.
Period.
Yeah, I'm fucking jealous already. But Alex, man, I love you, dude. I'm excited to follow your career because I think the trajectory is up. I'm bullish on your career, dude. And I don't know. I love that voice that you have. We need more highbrow, lowbrow, and I'm so excited that Another Hole in the Head booked it. So.
Me too.
Yeah,
they booked my first short that I made ever. It's called Eel.
Hell yeah.
Which is very gnarly, and I don't think it's on my Vimeo anymore. But they're one of the people that made me. Another Hole in the Head is like the first festival that I ever had a movie at.
Oh, wow.
That's
Full
really
circle.
sick.
That's
good
great.
job, George. Good job.
That's awesome.
Also, we need to get hooked up with some of these shorts, dude. I'm dying.
Okay,
Yeah,
watch,
for sure.
I want to watch
That'll be our
Eel.
trade for murder.
We'll do a trade.
Down, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Anyway, I love you, Alex, dude. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, Alex, for
Thank you
joining
so
our
much.
crazy asses. And we'll talk to you soon. And that's it for this week's episode. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Footage Foreplay. If you enjoy the show, please consider leaving a review, sharing it with a friend, or simply hitting like. These small gestures are a great free way to support this mayhem, and if you find some footage we should be fondling, email us at footageforeplay@gmail.com. Check back every Tuesday and Thursday for new episodes, and remember, don't skip the foreplay.